So today we will cover inbound email. So basically it can be used as email integration also. In other terms, why integration? Because I think that because two applications are interacting with each other, like ServiceNow and the email. So whichever email box you are using to send email to ServiceNow. So in that terms, we call it as a inbound email integration. So why it is important? Suppose the person who is unable to access ServiceNow instance, or he is not available to access the instance. So he can just send the email to ServiceNow system, and the ServiceNow system can create an incident or any record in ServiceNow. All right. So for that purpose, inbound email actions are generally used in ServiceNow. And using this inbound email, what thing happens? We can create the record and we can update the record as well. So these are very important part for this inbound email. So let's proceed and see what exactly it is about in terms of ServiceNow. And then consequently, we will see a demo part, and as well as we will check what all components are available in email inbound action, right?
Okay.
All right. So what is inbound email action? So inbound action is used to like execute the data which is coming using our email body or email subject. Through that, we can change something and we can update a specific record in ServiceNow system. And basically, so there are two things we can do under inbound email actions. So you can see I have added a note also. First is like you can send the email to system and system will respond according to whatever is provided from that email. And then two ways of executing inbound email action. One is using flow and one is using inbound action, email action. So flow will take the priority over inbound email action. So first flow will be triggered and then the email inbound action. All right. So this is the like which takes the priority on flow. All right. Because there could be a client, they would be asking, okay, why you're not using flow. So under flow, we can write our execution with related to that email action or email body, whatever is provided. All right. And exactly it is inside those inbound email. So inbound email actions are similar to business rules. So why we are calling it as a business rule? Because it also execute on server side, and it also includes conditions, script, and whatever actions you can take on a target table, right? So that thing can also be done under inbound email actions. All right. And the most important part inside those email. So the inbound email will check the watermark uh, with a specific task or the email through which it is triggered. So in case of new record generation, watermark will be created as soon as the new record is created. And if suppose any email is already come and record is created, now the person is replying on, he will get, okay, the XYZ incident is created, and now the person is replying on that specific incident. It will match the watermark. Why it will match the watermark? Because it will identify, okay, this record is already present and we have to update this record this time, not create the record. We will have to update the record if he finds the same watermark on the trail mail. All right. So this way it will update that specific email which is coming in ServiceNow. Right. And the system can take two types of actions. One is record action and other is email reply. So basically record action, we can set the value in the target table And this is the most of the time we are performing the things. We are updating a field or updating a incident or problem or change using email. And we can send an email back to the source that triggered the action. This can also be done in terms of actions from email inbound. All right. So any questions here till here?
That is fine.
All right. So we can see if email is has no identifiable watermark, inbound action attempts to create an incident from the message, right? Whichever I was mentioning, like it will create a new record if watermark is not found. If watermark is there on existing incident, then inbound action will update the existing record according to the action script, whatever is written on that backend script execution. All right, as so this is watermark importance, how it is important to inbound actions. And now inbound email has received types. What type of email is coming? Like it could be a new email, it could be a reply email, or it could be a forward email, right? So all these subject can be identified inside ServiceNow. We can select that option. Okay, the email is coming as a forward, reply, or new, right? Forward will basically forward can be a new email also, and forward can be a existing mail also, but it will check the watermark again, and then it will identify whether to update or whether to create. And under reply part, it will check for watermark, and under new, the system will create an email directly because it is a new email. It doesn't have to check anything with related to reply or forward or any other thing. So it will create a record directly using a new type. And as soon as you have selected, okay, type is new, then only the inbound action will get triggered. Now some key things which we have to remember. The system will ignore the domain that has inbound email action record when it creates record based on inbound action. So it is suggesting like we should create inbound email action on global scope basically, because it will execute on global scope only. And as soon as the caller is, it depends on caller. If suppose caller is part of XYZ domain, the incident will create in that domain. Okay. And if the user is not in the user table, the incident will be in global domain. It will not create any specific domain. All right. So this is the important part under domain separation. Inbound action will be created in global application selection. And we will talk about attachment. So suppose somebody is sending the attachment using their email, personal email. So what they can attach more than one attachment also. What it will what inbound action will do, it will add the attachment to the first record the action produces. All right, so whatever action is producing on that specific record, those attachment will get attached. So basically first record it is talking about, it will be mostly the record which is updating, like whatever update you are sending, it will be part of that only. Mostly what happens, inbound action will traverse on single record every time. It has nothing to do with multiple records. All right, so it will execute as it is. So it will not be having any problem while attaching attachment on that email as well. And now we will jump to process, like how the processing happens for inbound email action. So as soon as the email triggers from personal email ID or any email ID, whichever you are working, so it will check. You can see inbound email matches the inbound email action type. It will check the action type. What is the action, like new, reply, or forward? Based on that, this inbound action will move ahead, and it will check in next part. It will check the watermark. If it is present, it will update the record. If it is not present, it will create a new record. And now we have a condition also. If suppose any condition is defined to execute inbound action, then it will execute the inbound action based on condition. If it is not fulfilling, then we can process ahead to do other activities like yes, no. You can see the process is defined yes, no, right? And you can see uh, there are multiple email. It could be a chance you will see multiple inbound email execution whenever the email arrives in ServiceNow system. So it will check those all inbound actions first on logs, and then it will identify the correct inbound action to execute. All right. So now we will jump to demo part. Inside ServiceNow instance, we will see how it looks, the form looks. So let's move. So first we will type inbound action here. You can see we have inbound actions. I will click here and you will find existing inbound actions. So there are 20 in the system. All are active. And if you see, there are create incident and update incident. Right? So there is create incident, update incident. Let me show you what details it has. And we will open the emails logs so that I will show you how these out of the box one executes. So now we have this create incident inbound action. So now you can see we have multiple fields here. Name, target, table, action type can be defined. This is record action. And this is reply email. Reply email is like you are responding back to that email instantly. For that, reply email is there. That's these two action types are there, which I was mentioning. So we can do the action and we can send the email back. So we will use mostly record action every time. And here we have type new reply forward. Based on this, it will execute. And we have more condition. Only emails from this sender will trigger this inbound action. So you can define any custom email here as a condition. And here is more condition you can apply, like email dot subject contains. So we have see we have subject, what subject is having, contains, or whatever, and we can do the things, right? But in this, no any conditions are there. And we have actions, so we can directly update the field and we can as well write the script. You can see we have caller ID populating with the user ID who is sending the email, right? And this script executes. And now there are 283 incident. Now we will try to create incident while sending email. I will create the incident here. So this is the email ID for PDI. and I have sent it. And now what we will see, we will check our logs to see whenever our email arrives. Okay, now you can see one of the email is arrived. You can see here, right?
Yeah.
It is received. Now we will check what happened on backend. Now you see our incident is created, target, right?
Mhm.
There was 283 incident. I will see 284 incidents are there now. This is the new one which is created. Short description is mapped with a subject, right?
Yeah.
Short description is subject is mapped to short description, so it is added here. And you can see received from this email ID, right?
Mhm.
My name is Prashant was the subject.
बट प्रशांत ये दिस यूजर टेबल पे ये सेंडर का इंफॉर्मेशन रहना चाहिए क्या या फिर
If the user is matching, it will match with that
ओके
email. But it is not matching, so it is considering me as a guest.
ओके
Okay. If you are having same email ID which is present in system, then it will automatically capture that name.
ओके
Okay. Or whatever rules company gives. They provide, okay, all will be created under same caller. And they can also tell, okay, you can use original caller also,
ओके
right? We have this create incident and we have this update incident. And I will show you below the email logs here. This is the email log. You can see other are skipping. Other inbound actions were skipping, right? It will check once for all inbound action and then it will check which is the suitable one and then it execute.
ओके
Okay. Suppose
अभी अटैचमेंट के केस में प्रशांत ये कैसे प्रोसेस करेगा
let me reply this. So now I will attach the attachment. Okay.
ओके
Now it is sent back. Sometime it takes time.
ओके
Usually for production instance, it will not take time. What happened? Okay, so it is having this attachment, that's why it is taking time.
Okay.
So we have this script. You can see, you can execute this script here. So
Hmm.
we have component like email.origmail. So it will give you the sub body, whatever body is there. Email.body text, email.origmail, and you can access more whatever you want to extract. Email dot whatever you are looking, so you can add that. See, subject, body, recipient, sender, sender company, location, language. We can get all the field actions to be executed here. So you can see this is the email which is received just now.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's see what happened on this one. So it is executed. What it is executing? Skipping. Okay. You can see update incident is executed here.
Hmm.
This one. See, processed update incident, and it
Hmm.
is providing the number. See, attachment is added here.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, it is updated. It has updated the same incident.
Okay. तो इसके लिए प्रशांत कोई सेपरेट मतलब कोड में कुछ चेंजेस करना होता है अटैचमेंट के लिए या फिर?
This is out of the box incident. You can modify it according to your needs.
Okay.
And similarly, your company provides you different requirements. So this will be mostly changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and a lot of things can be changed from here, or they will ask you to disable out of the box and create new one.
Okay.
So mostly it happens that way only.
Mm.
Most of the time you have to disable out of the box and then you have to create new one for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. One more thing we can see, we have this gs.include validators, right?
Mm.
So what it does is like it validates the incoming data from the email, right? So what it validates, you can see in this script include. So this is the method to call a script include. So it is calling and it will check is numeric, is integer, contains only characters, right? So it will check those validation. So you can see the description, validation scripts for validating the type of text and whatnot. Okay.
Okay.
So this you don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You can add it in your inbound action when you try to update your records. So mostly it is used at that time. You don't have to modify the backend code for this at all. You have to use it as it is.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
So any doubt you have on this inbound action?
तो इनबाउंड एक्शन रूल्स के थ्रू तो हम लोग देख लिए, फ्लो डिजाइनर से कैसे करेंगे ये?
Flow designer. Let me open. Workflow Studio. They have modified. I have habit of opening flow or workflow directly, but they have introduced Studio.
Hmm.
Studio is good. They have added a lot of things here. Where we have to go. So now I'm clicking on flow and I will try to create a new one. This is already a flow. So let me change the name. Testing the inbound email. All right. So now we will move ahead and you are seeing this added trigger, right?
Yeah.
So now you can see there is a multiple triggers here.
Hmm.
Here the trigger comes. Why it is not showing all? Yeah. So now under application we have inbound email. See?
Yeah.
It is similar thing. It's just like you will configure the same thing here. Okay. So you can check the subject condition here, right? Whatever subject contains or whatever condition you might need to check, you can check here. Inbound email is this. Email condition is first thing is inbound email. Then subject will check whatever email is coming. And then here we will select the table where we have to execute this action, inbound action, right?
Hmm.
And now it is done and you can execute further actions. Like you can apply flow logic, if condition, lookup records, and you can go further to create. Okay.
Ah, okay.
So similar way, you can see here all the things is populated. Body text, subject, everything. You can just utilize this directly. Pill. We call it as a data pill, right?
Hmm.
Second action, you can create whatever you want, like create incident record or update or anything, whatever you want to execute based on, because we have defined the trigger here, right?
Okay.
We can select and here reply record type. That's it. Okay.
Hmm.
And here you can check the condition for whether the email is coming as a new or a reply or a forward. You can check that condition here itself. Subject contains FW, subject contains reply RE, right?
Okay.
So this you're clear with this, right? Inbound
Hmm.
email action.